Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, wherever you are on this beautiful planet. Welcome to 2C TV, your global news channel. We have some more breaking news coming from inside Iran as the Israeli Defense Forces and specifically the Israeli Air Force continues to control the capital, Tehran. There's an exodus as thousands, hundreds of thousands of people are now fleeing the capital and going towards the countryside, especially a lot of them are going towards the north, in the mountains, Shomal as they call it in Iran. And of course, the location of Ali Khamenei has been identified, at least the area. We're going to explain exactly what that means, where he is, what's going on. Mossad on the ground are trying to hunt him down imminently. And of course, the latest update from the attack by the IRGC on Israel a couple of hours ago. All right, so I hope you watched the previous live stream that we had on this topic, and apologies for my there was a panic in the middle of the live because, of course, my dad, who's stuck in Iran, in Tehran, who was unable to evacuate. I was getting some worrying updates, but actually he's alive. My dad is still alive and he's continuing to fight against the Islamic Republic. All right, first things first, the IRGC launched yet another round of attacks on the state of Israel, and as usual, they decided to target civilian areas. Haifa was hit, and things escalated from there because the IRGC are not really hitting military sites, unlike Israel. Israel is hitting the military sites. But for example, tonight, one of the areas that was hit, one of the places that was hit by the Iranian regime was a synagogue. Yes, they've just destroyed a synagogue. Watch.
טוב, פגיעה אצלנו ישירה. אתה בסדר? אנחנו איכשהו בסדר. פאק. הכל פה בוער. שתי פגיעות, מטורף, אני לא יודע אפילו מה...
Disgusting Islamic regime of Iran. We are now confirming that more people are fleeing the city following the advice coming from the Israeli Defense Forces, who are one of the few armed forces in the world who actually give you a heads up in advance, give you notice. They told people to evacuate, and the Iranians are now leaving the capital. Some of them left earlier today. Most of them are now leaving tonight. Israelis are intensifying their campaign against the Islamic occupation of Iran. This is Bahai Expressway, the main motorway in the northeast part of Tehran. The footage we're about to show you. Let's quickly go and see what we were dealing with. You can see massive traffic as people are trying to escape Tehran. And a lot of people were panicking, saying, oh, what if something happens while they're stuck in traffic? It's highly unlikely because the IDF are doing precise targeted attacks. They've got their Israeli Air Force fighter jets above them, and they know exactly where they're hitting. They're not going to hit motorways. There's no reason to do that. So it will be fine, and they can just completely leave the city until things calm down. Some of the people obviously are already out chanting against Ali Khamenei on the streets in Iran, as we also reported earlier. But the supreme leader, where is he? We thought he was in Mashhad, which is the second city in Iran, in the northeastern part of Iran. Actually, we now have intel, which has also been verified, that he and his family have been moved to an underground bunker in Lavizan, which is in the northeastern parts of Tehran. It's just outside of Tehran, technically the suburbs, but it's difficult to exactly pinpoint the location. Early Friday, when the Israelis started the attacks, a couple of hours later, Ali Khamenei and his family were all moved immediately. So a lot of people thought that this move happened yesterday or lunchtime or whatever. No, they knew that something big is about to happen, and it's probably best to move him. This has been also confirmed by, as they call it, knowledgeable sources. Iran International themselves have actually confirmed this in regards to the location. This is basically Mossad and Mossad agents and assets on the ground gathering intel. And clearly, this is a campaign of the psychological media campaign. They've told the media what we know, right? We don't know exactly where he is. but we're gonna leak this information to scare them, saying we know roughly where you are, either to force them to like come out of the hole in an attempt to escape, or to technically just try to find information to close down on his location. So we are going to have a very similar situation with Saddam Hussein very, very shortly, unless he finds a way to go through certain tunnel networks to escape Lavizan. So he is not in Mashhad, despite the rumors initially. But the Israeli Air Force are now also massively hitting the IRGC camps in Kermanshah. Let's quickly go and watch the next video. There are a new fresh round of attacks right now in the capital and in major cities. Let's go. By the way, the Islamic Republic have announced that they've arrested a couple of Israeli agents, even if they have actually done that, because they are doing a kind of crackdown on the spies and all the assets. But even if they've done that, it doesn't change anything, because Mossad has thousands and thousands of agents and assets on the ground right now. The operatives are controlling. It's not even necessarily the Israeli Air Force. When it comes to controlling the capital, it's the Mossad operatives who are controlling it. Of course, the leadership, we don't even know where they are. We don't actually know who is controlling Tehran from the Islamic Republic side. Nobody's in charge. Nobody knows. They've just eliminated the head of the police and the head of the intelligence services and all the IRGC leaders. We don't actually know who still is in Tehran. They're not showing their faces, because if they come out, then it's a whack-a-mole sort of game. The Israelis will destroy them. While that's happening, we have also just received the latest updates that Tabriz airfield was actually heavily hit. We were waiting for the confirmation. We have actually visible explosions also reported. Let's quickly go to the next video, as we are just getting information that the IRGC are now attacking Israel again. By the way, I do want to say a massive thank you to all of you again, because we are now at 941,000 subscribers. This channel is growing rapidly, and we are now the most watched global geopolitical news channel, at least online, but also in terms of the conflict between Israel and the Islamic nutters of Iran. If you are enjoying this channel, if it's informative, if you want to support us, but also at the same time get something out of this. Unfortunately, you only have 1 hour and a half. If you're watching this live, you only have an hour left to join us using our promo code 2C37, because it was my birthday this week, 37. You will get 37% off annual memberships of 2C TV Plus by going directly on 2C.tv, or you can find the link in the description. Use the promo code, become a member. You get access to documentaries, exclusive interviews, original series, our chat forum if you want to talk to me directly, and others. And of course, download the 2C TV app. That's the best way to stay up to date with everything that we do. The app is free to be downloaded. All right, let's go back to what is happening. Obviously, Tabriz is burning. Reza Pahlavi, the crown prince in exile, is getting ready to return to his homeland and to, of course, hopefully run the transition government. Has now come out. He's been making speeches, he's making videos online saying that the ultimate solution is regime change, and in the words of the England football fans, it's coming home.
The Iranian people realize, and the world needs to realize, that the root cause of the problem has been the regime and its nature, and the only solution ultimately that will benefit both the Iranian people as well as the free world is for this regime to no longer be there. I've been arguing this point from the very beginning, that the ultimate solution is regime change. Now we have an opportunity, because this regime is at its weakest point. There's a window in which we can operate and hopefully liberate our country, and the world can finally breathe a sigh of relief that they no longer have to fear nuclear threats, terrorism, radicalization, and so on and so forth.
It's true. There is so much to be done, by the way. And This isn't really about when or if. It's not really about the IRGC falling. That's happening. It's about what comes next. And of course, the campaign to ensure that the Crown Prince is the leading figure leading this revolution to make Iran democratic again, hopefully parliamentary democracy. We'll find out what the Iranian people want to do. It's their country, it's their fight, it's up to them to do it. It should not be the job of Western forces and troops, British or US forces, putting the boots on the ground. That is a terrible idea. Don't do it. We have the latest video of the Iranians in Tehran, of course, fleeing the capital as the IDF warned them to do. Let's go to that video.
خروجی تهرانه، یعنی اتوبان تهران به سمت ساوه. مردم دارن فرار میکنن. یه مشت حکام بیشعوری.
So the guy who was filming this was saying that this is basically the exit point of Tehran. They were right by the border, and they're all fleeing the capital. And then he was just about to use some swear word against the regime, and of course the video got cut off. So I'm not really sure where he was going with that. I think he was going to say some bad words. Anyway, we are now getting initial reports over the last few minutes that the Israeli Air Force are now targeting the Fordo nuclear facilities. This is the main nuclear facility after Natanz, which has been destroyed already. This is going to be extremely important in regards to everything that the Israelis have been working for. They did request the US to join them, to help them. Of course, it's not in the interest of President Trump right now to get involved, because it would seem like a proactive move. If the president in the US, who says, rightly so, that I'm not a pro-war president, if he joins now, it will come across as nobody asked you to do it, you just got involved and more trouble happens. But if President Trump, when it comes to this conflict, remains reactionary, and usually I'm against reactionary politics, but when it comes to foreign conflicts, you have to always be reactionary. If it's reactionary, it works, because we are getting some troubling updates from Iraq in terms of the attacks on US bases, or attempted attacks on US bases. And if America is attacked, of course, President Trump has every right to defend the American interest, and they can get involved. And President Trump could get away with it. He could say, wait, I really didn't want to. I've actually said make a deal. But okay, well, we're going to have to come and defend the American troops. That's the only way you could do. That's why, for example, there were briefings in the media earlier on saying, oh, Trump has vetoed the assassination attempt by Israel on Ali Khamenei. Of course, they had to do that because they don't want the IRGC to have another excuse to attack the US troops in the Middle East. Obviously, behind closed doors, behind the scenes, President Trump is supporting Netanyahu and the Crown Prince Reza Pahlavi. We know that, but this is just part of geopolitics, and people will get used to it. We have new footage of from the site where the Israeli Air Force fighter jets destroyed Hamadan province in the western part of Iran earlier on. Destruction of several trucks. They were all carrying ballistic missiles. We have shown you some videos. I'm going to show you this one as well. Over the last couple of days, the drones and also the fighter jets of Israel have been very good at identifying which trucks actually have the ballistic missiles, and they hit them before they managed to actually launch. Watch.
بله، تصویر رو در رو در فاصله چند متری می‌بینید. آشیاته بده. الله مری. جوانه ما فرقه. جعبه سیاه. میشه.
Hopefully, imminently, we are receiving the first video from the Israeli attack in Qom on the Fordo nuclear facility. Apparently, it's been hit massively, even without the help of the Americans. We'll see what the result will be. As I said, we are getting some troubling updates over the last few minutes in regards to the US bases in Iraq, western parts of Iraq. Initial reports suggested a failed attempted drone attack. by the IRGC targeting US forces at the Al-Assad air base in Iraq, which is based here. We are just waiting for more information because I believe there are some clashes right now in Iraq, obviously involving the IRGC militias. I'm not really sure what they're doing. I'm not really sure if they want to poke the bear, if they want to provoke President Trump into doing something. But so far, we haven't received any statement from the White House or Pentagon. Obviously, it will take a few minutes for them to assess the situation first, then do it. Meanwhile, this idiot with a huge nose, Mohsen Rezai, senior Iranian official, this idiot, Mr. Potato Head, earlier on claimed that Pakistan has warned if Israel drops a nuclear bomb on Tehran, we, Pakistan, will respond with a nuclear strike on Israel. This is according to Mohsen Rezai saying, I had a conversation with the Pakistanis and they are coming to support us and they're going to destroy Israel. 5 minutes later, the failed and fake state of Pakistan, which is not even a real country, in panic, came out to deny those claims, saying, we didn't do anything, we didn't say anything, I don't know what he's talking about, we don't even know who this guy is, we were just washing our hair. I have no idea what's going on, I was hanging out with my goat, and they just said, we'll have the phone conversation with the Iranians. So the Pakistanis are panicking, they're saying, nope, 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 we didn't do that. But their neighbors, the other crazies with the goats, they are pretending to be alpha suddenly. Do you know who their neighbors are? Oh no, not India. India's fine. Afghanistan. Oh yes, the Taliban. Oh yes, the Taliban have now said they are threatening the US if it enters the war with Iran. If the US coalition intervenes in the war with Iran, we will also take action. We, the Taliban, will take... Okay. Feel free to try. You can try if you want to. Nobody cares, Taliban. Nobody. They just want to stay relevant. It's like Greta Thunberg. Every now and then it's like, oh, what about me? I need to say something. It's been a while since people talked about me. Nobody cares. It's like, again, Hillary Clinton, Greta Thunberg, same people, right? Every now and then just come up with something nonsensical for no reason. Channel 12 of Israel have also suggested that Israel and the IDF are now planning to order mass evacuations in parts of Iran tomorrow on Monday. So this will include a number of cities around the country because they want to target military sites that are embedded within the civilian zones. So this is, again, the same tactic that the IDF used in Lebanon with Hezbollah, in Gaza with Hamas. They want to now ensure, until now they were hitting IRGC bases and sites that were away from the residential areas. Now they're going to go towards the residential areas, so they're telling people to evacuate immediately tomorrow in order to do that. Meanwhile, we were talking about Afghanistan, the Taliban in Afghanistan, who just nobody asked them to get involved, and they just said randomly, we're going to get involved and attack the US. Okay. We also have another group. Nobody, the next group of people I'm going to talk about, the next president, nobody said anything. Nobody asked him to say anything. Nobody was even talking about them. Yet, President Emmanuel Macron of France has come out to say, out of the blue, France did not participate in any of the actions carried out by Israel. Nobody accused you. Nobody accused Macron of participating in the IDF attacks on Iran. Nobody said anything, and the French president has come out to surrender already. Why are you surrendering? I didn't do anything. I was like, okay, fair. That's okay. No one's going to slap you. We're not your wife. Okay. Then you have this, but the Iranian regime obviously are now claiming that they have arrested 2 Mossad agents. Well done. There are thousands and thousands of Mossad agents in Iran. Even if you've arrested 2, doesn't really do much. 2 Mossad agents have apparently been arrested with 200 kilograms of explosives and 23 drones. It's very specific numbers, right? So it's probably true. The Iranian police said that they have now captured these 2 alleged agents in the southeastern parts of Tehran, armed to the teeth. I mean, to be fair, 200 kilograms of explosives will be quite huge. But I don't know why they only had 23 drones. They should have had more drones. Where's the rest of the drones? So, I mean, take it with a pinch of salt. It's likely that they have arrested them because they are doing a massive crackdown. But it doesn't mean anything in terms of preventing future attacks on the ground. There are thousands of Mossad operatives. As I said, some of you already know this. I did say that yesterday, I think. It's just a funny anecdote where the former president, Ahmadinejad, did an interview, literally a public TV interview, and he said, we were ordered by the supreme leader to set up a unit to hunt down the Mossad spies in Iran. That unit didn't work because the head of the unit happened to be a Mossad spy, and the rest of the team. That was the best thing I heard. I love how they also had to admit it because the whole thing fell apart. And like, did you ask people to go and vet other people's backgrounds to see if they are Mossad spies, and they themselves were Mossad spies? Who vetted them? Did you even check their CVs or resumes? Anyway, we are now getting reports that an attack is underway at the Parchin military complex. This is just outside of Tehran, which is it's a suspected nuclear related site. So we'll wait for that to be confirmed and obviously give you guys the reports. Ballistic missiles have now been launched towards Tel Aviv. Again, we also now have the west of Tehran being targeted by the IDF. Let's quickly go and see what is happening in Tehran, specifically in Bidkana near Malard. Watch. Okay, well, we just received this. Of all the videos that we've been receiving from our sources and everybody in Iran, that was pointless. I mean, you heard some things happening in the background, but not much. Okay, so we'll wait for more information from the sort of targetings. There is more information coming from Iraq shortly as well. We'll find out what on earth is happening near the US bases. Let's get reactions from you lovely humans in the live chat. First super chat saying, glad to know your father is still living, mate. I know. And good luck to him, the mad bastard. He's crazy. I'm just imagining some sort of a Bond movie scene. Yeah, but he thinks he's James Bond, but he's not. He's just a troublemaker. Hollywood. But I remember when I was a kid, because obviously I was still in Iran until I was a kid. Then obviously we left. Well, my mother was stayed by the British embassy, but my father stayed in Iran. He didn't want to leave. He said, this is my country, right? Fair enough. I was a kid, I had no choice, right? But he was once arrested and taken to an IRGC base. Why? Because he had a satellite dish. Because obviously having satellite TV, like foreign TV, is illegal. And they literally arrested him and took him and tortured him in IRGC for having a satellite dish. And he was released, and the first thing he did was he bought a new satellite dish, and he just hid it in a different corner of the roof. It was like, fair enough. So that's the personality that he's got, and he's giving it to me, being crazy. Hollywood Burn says, think this ends in days, not weeks. Well, again, I don't do directly speculation because it never works out well, right? But actually, even the IDF said they were hoping that by the middle of this coming week, like 2-3 days from now, they were hoping by that point they will be controlling Tehran, but actually it happened since last night. So they are making more progress. It's likely, it's on paper, it's highly likely within 2-3 days. Okay, again, don't take my word, it's not going to happen and it's going to be embarrassing, but days, yes, unless something happens. People of Iran, if the Israeli Air Force is bothering you, the Israeli Supreme Court will take care of it. Don't start with that. Matthew says, side bet, will Tusi hit 1 million subscribers before or after they get Khomeini? Ooh. Who wants to play a game? We're now at 941,000 subscribers. No, we're not. We are at 942,000 subscribers. How dare. I mean, that's gone up already. So, yeah. Who wants to place a bet? Okay, if we hit, this is the most messed up bet ever, by the way. If we somehow hit, what's going on here? If we hit 1 million subscribers before Khamenei is captured or escaped, then I will send 10 random people. I will just go through comments, right? Actually, no, you guys have to leave a comment now in the live chat. We'll go through the live chat later. Say if you accept the bet. Write down, I accept the wager. Say, I accept the wager. And I will pick 10 of you. I will send you a special 2CTV merch. Actually, I don't know if I'll send you maybe one of our mugs or something else. Signed t-shirt, why not, right? And also a phone call with me directly. If we hit 1 million subscribers before Khamenei has been captured or escaped, okay? Say in the live chat, I accept this wager. I will go through it, randomly pick 10 names. Anyway, like and subscribe to 2CTV. Yeah, exactly. Oh, apparently this is now out of date. It's no longer 942,000. I just changed it. It's now 943,000 subscribers. All right, so I think I'm going to lose that wager. The way it's going, we might. Just might. I don't know what's going to happen. Things are kicking off very quickly in Iran. Oh, wow. We have a lot of people accepting. I accept the wager. Look at all these people. You do realize I can only call 10 of you. I've got a life, you know. Houston says, get USAID in there. Has it not been abolished already? All right. Islam will be wiped out eventually. Hopefully. But the thing is, once an idea is created, it cannot be killed. That's the issue. Sholin from Israel. Quick message from Mossad. Thank you, 2C, for your service. We are sorry the payment has been delayed, but now, with the regime collapsing, we consider the debt settled. Happy birthday, Eli Copter. Okay. Although 30 shekels, really? Another super chat from Shai, thank you very much. Residents of Gaza, free housing in Tehran. Whoa, 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 whoa. We got our own problems. Do not send the Gazans to Tehran. MMA lover says, proper Mohammed face. You're going to get targeted. Alright, damn man, you're screwing up. I subscribe in the early 400,000s. Keep up the fine work. Say happy Father's Day to your dad for all of us. Thank you so much. Yeah, the 400,000 subscribers days, that felt like decades ago, but that was only a year ago. It's exploded very quickly. Praying for the freedom of the Iranian people and Tusi's father, specifically. Thank you very much. And Tina, thank you for your super sticker. That's a $50 super sticker. What on earth are you doing? Thank you, Tina. I appreciate this. Although if you do want to support the channel, and again, if you are enjoying the content, if you want our team to continue their work every day, because if you don't support the channel and the team, then obviously it's genocide, and you're committing genocide, and everybody will be hungry, starving, children are working for us, you know, child labor. And if you don't support the channel, of course, we're all going to die. But we don't ask for donations on this channel. We believe in free market capitalism. So become a member of 2CTV Plus. Right now, you have about 45 minutes to go, an hour to go. Use the promo code 2C37. You will get 37% off annual memberships of 2CTV Plus. The link is in the description under the video. And of course, just go on 2C.tv. All right, where are we with the updates? Thanks again, Tina. My point was, if you're going to send $49 super chat, it's easier and it's cheaper to just become a member of 2CTV Plus with a discount. I'm giving you a discount, take it. When you say Islamic Republic, it's hilarious. I know, Islamic Republic nutters. Carter says, poor Khamenei, he overplayed his hand and now his government is suffering. Well, In his defense, never said this before, in defense of the smelly, beardy, weirdy Ali Khamenei, it's not his fault. You know whose fault it is? That idiot rat, Yahya Sinwar in Gaza, who started all this on the 7th of October, like an idiot. He just made the whole of the Islamic Empire of the IRGC collapse. Syria down, Lebanon down, Gaza down, Yemen down, everything. So, well done, Yahya. He's done more than anybody else to destroy the IRGC. Prophet Muhammad, you're going to get cancelled. We have yet another crazy super chat, £50 from the real Pollyanna. Thank you very much. Become a member of TCTV Plus instead. If you want to see something funny, watch Tal Oran, the traveling clad hilarious video of a European pro-Palestine activist. Yes, we did talk about that yesterday on the channel. The Egyptians, the Egyptian police dealing with the pro-Gaza Western leftists. It was hilarious. They were just crying, and then one of them was trying to relate to the Egyptian police, saying because they wanted to go through the border, they wanted to go to Gaza, right, to liberate Gaza, and they were saying, but do it for do it for Palestine. Okay, firstly, if you're going to sound like them, you can't say Palestine. You have to say Palestine because there's no P in Arabic, you idiot. It's Palestine, but Palestine. It didn't go well, let's just say. Another $49 super chat. What on earth are you guys doing? Thank you. Saying newest 2CTV Plus member here. Oh, so you are a 2CTV Plus member and you just did a massive super chat. You don't have to, but again, I appreciate that. You guys are crazy. I hope your father is safe and may God bless the Iranian people and the people of Israel. I hope the crown prince is soon restored in power and Iranian people take their country back. They have suffered for far too long. Yes, that is absolutely correct. It's gonna happen, don't worry. Super chat from Canada. Thank you very much. Lovely Canadians. Leave the poor goats alone. The poor goats. I hope you investigate the implications of the fall of the IRGC for the Venezuelan regime. Oh, we are going to do a whole update on Venezuela. Since they were in business together, information coming from Venezuela is that they have a drone company and that is assembled in Venezuela. Yeah, so the relationship between the IRGC and Brazil and Venezuela, all that is collapsing. Of course, the moment the Islamic Republic is gone, all these areas will change. I mean, I'm not necessarily saying that Venezuela is now suddenly going to become democratic, but it's the beginning of the domino effect. I can assure you things will slowly change and the new world order will change. Because you got different people trying to change the world order. You got idiots like George Soros. You got the liberal globalist weirdos who wanted to do more control in the name of protecting liberal democracies. And you've got the Eastern globalists and BRICS with the Chinese Communist Party and these guys, they have their own idea. Then you've got Islam, that's always been there. But things have to change because the current way of doing things is not going well. The United Nations is a pointless and useless organization. Nobody trusts anybody anymore. There's no faith in trust in institutions, especially international entities. They're all corrupt. So things have to change, and the best way to do it is to just eliminate, slowly reduce the threat to our peace in the world. Super sticker from Jeff, thank you, sir. Carter says, if the Islamist regime is overthrown, will the Iranian Baluchistan break from Iran? No. They're very different. So the interesting thing about the last few years, all the different ethnicities in Iran, even the Kurds, are actually becoming more united. Obviously, there will be one or two who still want separation, but most of them will be fine with under a new democratic free Iran because they could have their own autonomy. They could have their own identity without being attacked in their part of the country, and Iran could be great again, and the Middle East will be safe again. Raymond says Israel can help free us next. Well, in the UK, Raymond, that would be hilarious. Well, the Jews already get accused of controlling the world. Russell says Macron must have been powdering his nose again. He got slapped a couple of times. 2CTV, we are the media, counter media too. Okay, we got a lot of super chats still coming in, but we're going to go give you guys some updates in a sec. What happens first? 1 million subscribers or Khamenei dead? I still think Khamenei will be dead first, but apparently some of you guys think I will get to 1 million first. Let's go and find out what is happening. 30 minutes ago, the IDF Home Front Command have issued a new statement, which we are now going to put on the screen for you guys. This is breaking news happening as we speak. Right, the IDF, because I believe the IRGC are now attacking, right? Yes. IDF have now basically said the Air Force is now attacking the surface-to-surface missile sites in the central parts of Iran. What is happening here? So they're saying it is required to stay next to a protected space, minimize moving around the area and avoid gatherings. When receiving an alert, enter the protected space and stay there until further notice. I mean, I really appreciate the Home Front command usually, but this was the most vague instructions ever. If an attack comes, stay safe. Okay. Anyway, so that's happening. But of course, Tel Aviv is now being targeted by the IRGC missiles. But about 4 minutes ago, we can confirm that the Israeli Air Force have now started striking the ballistic missile launchers of Iran again. So this is good. They're going to be minimizing this. So we have the latest video, actually from Lebanon. Is it Lebanon or Tehran? Hang on, let me just double check this for you guys. We have to verify before we show you nonsense. Yes, the Israeli jets are now roaring over Tehran. This is Tehran, not Lebanon. I don't know why I thought that. This is Tehran.
شب 25 خرداد F-35 ها تو آسمان تهران جولان میدن. آسمان کاملا بی‌دفاع. حتی صدای بی‌دفاع.
Once again, this video was also not clear, but the audio quality wasn't great. So apparently in the background there was a bit of a noise. These were Israeli jets, fighter jets flying. I wish the film quality was a little bit better, but I can appreciate that people in Iran are currently just panicking. So they would just film anything that they could. Apparently 943,000 is now out of date. We have now reached 944,000 subscribers. Thank you again, guys, for all the support. How did that go so quickly? What is happening? These are all Indian bots. If you're familiar with British politics, we call them the supporters of Rupert Lowe. Well, he got accused of that. Anyway, inside British joke. Robert says almost every home in America has 5 guns. Good luck. Why is that the Taliban? Yeah. Good luck, Taliban. France didn't participate in the final versus Inter. Oh yeah, still won. Anyway, the IRGC leaders are not fleeing Israel, but their own people, so they can escape the punishment they inflicted. The IRGC leaders are not fleeing Israel. Why would they flee Israel? Oh, I think they're escaping. Yes, yeah. Oh, yeah, of course. I mean, kind of both, but yeah, they really don't want to be caught by the Iranian people on the street. They don't want what happened to Gaddafi to happen to them. Firstly, it's embarrassing. Imagine if you're a dictator and you've done a great job being authoritarian, and then your ending is like Gaddafi. Even Adolf was like, allegedly, he killed himself, right? You know, some sort of honor. When you know it's over, end it. Flush the Ayah toilet. How did I never think about that before? That's a good one. Okay, I'm going to steal that, Ayah toilet, and I'm going to claim I came up with it. So thanks for that. Party Code Band says, no more burqa or niqab. Miniskirts are now in fashion. Yeah, although they don't really do burqas or niqab in Iran because they're Shia. They're not Sunni. They don't really do that sort of stuff. They do cover their hair. Yeah, it's not really in the even the IRGC culture to do niqab, but it's more Sunni. The First Ever 100 says, I am still worried on all the sleeper cells, as it is only a matter of time before they are used to cause so much trouble. really depends on their capabilities, because they are now needed to go back to Iran to help. That's the thing. Another one. BB said, I can outdo the 6-day war in 5. But that's the progress they've made, by the way. Tusi, I don't drink, but I'll buy a Pepsi at your bar. Yeah, I'm going to open the first British pub in Tehran when it's free. I accept the wager, but also come on Israel, please. Yes. Super sticker from Israel, no, Australia, not even close. Thank you. If Khamenei is captured or killed, the other nations begin to attack Israel? No, that's when everybody gives up. That's when everybody surrenders and everybody will accept the reality and everybody will move on. Just like what happened to Assad. He escaped, done. Maya, the IRGC missile fell on a building in Tehran just now. There are people under the rubble, but no one is allowed to help. Of course, that's not really a surprise. Thanks for that information. Vin from Australia and Carlos from the US, thank you for your super sticker. I'm just doing it quickly, sorry guys. He said, if Islam collapses in Iran, you may decide to move back. No. As it looks like it's going to take over the UK. This is meant as a joke. I hope it is. Well, I hope so. No, I'm fine here. All right. Another generous and insane super chat from the US, $100. Thank you guys. You don't have to do this because I'm not asking for donations or anything like this. But if you want to support us, become a member of 2CTV Plus by going on 2C.tv. But again, thank you so much for that. Another super chat, another one says, did you see the Fox News coverage mentioning your father? What? Can somebody send this to me? This is absolutely urgent. What is happening? Okay, can someone go on our website, 2c.tv, go on the contacts page. Our email address is there. It's basically team@2c.tv, right? Go on there. If you've seen this, if you have this video, email it to me immediately. What is going on here? Are they leaking his information? I hope not. Queen Bitsy, thank you. Another one says, I was hoping you had some kind of news concerning his safety. Why is the Fox News talking about... Seriously. It's not good. Don't know what they're saying. If I win, can I have your handbag? It's not a handbag. It's a man bag. It's an inside joke from a week ago. You do realize we got tens of thousands of new subscribers. No one knows what that is about. Vin says, IDF has dinner covered tonight. They are serving Supreme Pizza. Amazing. Supreme Pizza. You're the best for doing what you're doing. Damn it, Gam. Thank you very much, Vin, who's also a fellow Iranian. Well, he spoke Persian, so I'm guessing. Brad says, Western governments need to find all the IRGC agents planted in our countries. I am sure Mossad knows where everyone is. Well, it's the job of MI5 in the UK and FBI in the US to do it, okay? So that's what they should do. I don't know if they know. I hope they know. Some of them are obvious. Go Mossad, save money, save Maya's money. Oh yeah, do it. 943. Oh yeah, that's their subscribers. That's already gone up from 943 to 944. Am I up to date? Oh, it's getting close to 945 already. Bloody hell. All right, guys. This is an epidemic on this channel. Now, KB, super sticker, thank you. And Robert, homes in America have at least 5 guns. Good luck. Wait, we already covered this, didn't we? Thank you for your work. Thank you. And we have Paul as well saying, I accept the bet, but winners would get a signed t-shirt of your dad standing over Khamenei's corpse as a new 2CTV logo. That will be historic. Another crazy super chat, $50. Thank you, Curtis, saying the climate goblin is back home. Oh no, she survived. Greta is back. Again, thank you, big super chat saying, thank you for your channel. You are the only source of information I go to get the real facts of that conflict. And did Israel hit Beitar Abati or not? Yes and no. Part of it. Not. This is the main palace for the Supreme Leader. It's not fully destroyed, but it's hit, yeah. Greetings from India. We understand what it takes to fight terrorism and a terrorist state. Yeah, Pakistan. Strongly stand with the people of Israel. I hope the Iranians get their well-deserved freedom at the earliest. Yes. So we have things happening. Ladies and gentlemen, we have some breaking news. coming from Iran. There is a bit of a chaotic situation. If I can bring this for you guys. Can we? Oh yeah, I can, surprisingly. There is a new video that's just come out of Iran. And I believe you want to watch this because... Not that one. Get ready for this, because this is an Iranian motorcycle police officer is chasing, apparently, a Mossad agent driving a van with drones inside it and is shooting at him. I don't know what's going on, but let's quickly go and watch this video together, see what's happening. What is happening here? Everything is falling apart. So, effectively, that was the IRGC police officer chasing an alleged Mossad agent in a van. We don't know exactly what happened at the end, but we'll find out more information about that. I hope the so-called Mossad agent is safe. It's crazy stuff happening. It's turning into a Hollywood movie on the streets of Tehran. Iran has now asked for a ceasefire. The Islamic Republic want a ceasefire, ladies and gentlemen. Ceasefire now, from the river to the sea. Which river? There's a couple of rivers in Iran. Anyway, Ziv, thank you for your super chat from Israel, saying love from Israel. And Angry Otter says, those that make peace with Israel prosper. Iran never got that memo. Yeah, don't mess with the Jews. Silas says, well, if Khamenei must depart us, it couldn't happen to a more deserving man. He remodeled the Arab world and made Jews, Christians and Muslims value freedom. True. Another one says, hi, have you seen the stats about the Muslim apostasy in Iran being close to 70%? Do you believe that to be? So the latest update we have from Iran is less than 30% are practicing Muslims, and 50,000 mosques have been closed, had to be closed even by the government over the last few years, because nobody goes to them and it's expensive to keep them. The massive wave is towards Christianity in Iran. So that's the latest. We're going to find out more when, obviously, Iran becomes independent. Praying for the Iranian people to be free again. This will change the world for the good. From California. MAGA. Yes, good. There's a few of them left. California. Arash says, can you add a lion and sun flag to your channel's emoji list? Oh, yeah. Okay, the thing is, we did these emoji things like 4 years ago, 5 years ago, when the channel was like smaller. I haven't actually updated any of that. So thank you. I'm going to do that. I don't know how to do it. I'm going to find a way to do it. We're going to make some updates here because I think we don't have enough emoji stuff. Thanks for that. Matthew says, I like my t-shirt in a large black and also dips on the opening of 2C Tavern. Yeah, the 2C Tavern will be the name of my first British pub in Tehran when I open it. I'll be the first one to open a British pub. Don't you dare steal that idea. Carmel says, news of the US troops deployed to Iran. It's not confirmed. Not going to happen anytime soon. Use the super chats to buy what remains of the royal palace for your dad. Thing is, the super chats don't go to me. It goes to the team that helped me. So I wish it was going to me. Keith says, good luck on your English pub in Tehran. It's made open soon. Thank you. Also, the super chats that go to the team, don't forget, we live in London, which means more than half of that goes to the taxman. We pay more taxes here than the IRGC give away free goats. So we are also oppressed in the United Kingdom. Don't forget about that. Trooper Bear says, shouldn't you be using a Persian carpet bag? No, because Persian carpets are not flying carpets. Israel got sleeper cells. We, the UK, got sleeping police. Sleeping police. That's a good one. Nomad says, you are flooded with US audience. By the way, what Israel is doing is more than a Hollywood movie. Yeah, but at this point, it's more like a Marvel universe movie. Like the Pagergate thing, the assassinations, drones inside Iran. It's all insane. Susan says, congrats on your upcoming marriage. May God bless and keep you both. Thank you very much. Well, as I said the last couple of days, the way it's going, I think I can actually invite my dad to come to London to the wedding. We weren't able before because IRGC won't let him leave, but he could come now. Soon, not yet. Was that your dad driving the van? I would not be surprised. I haven't heard from him in a couple of hours, but yeah, I hope he's not driving a van. For the record, my dad is not a Mossad agent, in case IRGC is watching this. Is Khamenei going to flee to Russia like Assad? That's the likely scenario. That's the only option for him left, unless he wants to die like an idiot. Thank you, Keith. And another one saying, the IRGC is fleeing the consequences of the mother of all FAFOs. And Brad says, Iran will soon celebrate the Ayatollah's day. And finally, we got John saying, the guy on a motorbike has never been trained in firearms. What a moron. None of them are professional. Anyway, we are waiting for more updates about what's going on the ground in Tehran. Subscribe to the channel. It's the only way to stay up to date with this channel. Also, download the 2CTV app to get access to everything. I'm Maya 2C, and we are the media.